Happy New Year's Eve, y'all. Yup, it's August 31st, 2025, and it is New Year's Eve. Well, it's my New Year's Eve. Let me explain. So September 1, 2025 is the start of my new year. I've been doing this since 2014. Since 2014, I've been deciding that I was no longer going to follow the masses, that I was no longer going to just go with the flow. I was no longer going to do what everybody else was doing. And not for nothing so profound, but more so to give myself a head start and let me move on my own accord. So many of you know is that in 2014, I started a health journey. And I started it in June. And I gave myself 90 days to get it together, which was the summer. And then if I could get it together, which I knew I was going to get it together because I already had promised God and I don't be playing with him. But then September 1, I would unleash myself. And that turned out to be a beastly 6 months between June and December. One, I lost the first 100 pounds in that time frame. But more importantly, I was able to get in control of myself despite the situation that it was around me. So September, October, November, December, those are all, I perceive, months that are for the business world designed to make sure that by the new year, you are swole and broke. Swole and broke. Fluffy, swole, fat, whatever it is that you want to call it, overweight, off your diet, out of your plans, all the things that you thought about since January of this year, your goals, they're all out the window. Why? There's a couple of things that happen in the backdrop that we don't pay attention to or that we become numb to. And one of them is it's a holiday part of the year. Yes, we have our barbecues, Memorial Day, 4th of July, all that other stuff. But we tend to get more involved in these holidays in the winter months, or for those of us on the Northeast side, especially of the country, because it gets cold. So we got to go inside, we got to retreat somewhere, we got to warm up. And some people might call it cuffing season. It's time for everybody to bundle up, bundle together, sit around the fire and eat candy corn because it's been Halloween, eat all of the pie during Thanksgiving, and then all the rest of the food that was left over, plus the new food you're going to make for Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all that stuff. Anything you want to think of, it all falls in these months. And then New Year's Eve. And we don't just stop at New Year's Eve, because that's a whole party by itself, but New Year's Day, which comes with most of the time some special menus. What I'm saying is, by the time you start September, which is back to school, back to everything, we're finished the summer, we're busting out winter clothes, so it's easy to hide the fluff, that we start to get very lax and very lazy. Not just lax and lazy, but also we're thinking about just having a good time because it's our holiday season. It's a time when we're not really focused on our goals so much. So for me personally, I wanted to teach myself that despite what was happening around me, meaning candy, holidays, cakes, pies, all the food, all the macaroni and cheese, all the rices, all the arroz con gandules, all of that stuff was going on, and whoever neighbors making coquito and pateles, whatever that is, whatever we had going on in the community, that I wanted to be able to get past that on my own accord without feeling like I had to, and then use that same energy to focus on goals, so that by the time the rest of the world ends up on January 1, swole and broke, because we done spent all our money on Black Friday, all the money decorating, buying new decorations that are different than the decorations we had the previous year and the previous year. And we done spent all the money on gifts that nobody needed, that I would be ahead of the game. One, I had already started thinking about my health and wellness, which I'm always thinking about. Two, I've already started to really go hard in the paint on my business goals and things I want to do career-wise, creativity-wise, hobby-wise, travel-wise, like all these things. I start thinking about how I can envision and dream. And I use this time during this new year, September, October, November, and December, to dream bigger. I use this time because I'm not engaging in the same way. I'm engaging, but I'm not engaging in the same way that I used to, meaning overindulging, or becoming numb to my environment, my dreams and stuff, because I have eaten myself or comatose myself into this trance state of nothing. And so I use this time to dream and envision, really see crystal clear, what does it look like in my life when I'm living the dream I'm dreaming today? That is such a beautiful thing for you to do, is you sit and you dream. And don't forget, I am the dream officer now. You sit and you dream about, and you envision. You don't stop until you can see crystal clear. What does your life look like when your dream that you're dreaming today, that all these goals you're writing happen and are happening at the same time? What does that look like? And the reason why that is so important, because that vision gives you direction. Once you see it, once you begin with the end in mind, coming from my friend Steve Cook, once you begin with the end in mind, now you start to lay out the pathway that makes you get there. You start doing things and you start creating behaviors that help you to get where you're trying to go. You hear me? You start creating the behavior and the things you need to do so that you can get to this vision. I'm gonna tell you, without a vision, you're just running in circles. One reason, like, I hate the treadmill, because you don't actually end up nowhere. You end up in the same spot. Now you may have lost weight, but it doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. But I don't want you to feel that way. I want us to envision the outcome, how we're living. Don't just envision the outcome. Don't say, oh, I want to have $1 million, and then you just envision your bank account saying $1 million. What will you be doing with this $1 million in the bank account? Tell me, how would you be living? What are you eating? What do you have on? Who are you with? Who's with you? Who are you talking to? How do you handle your business in this $1 million dream? Like, answer all your who, what, when, why, where, and how questions. This is what's super important for you to do. And right now, 2025, don't get it twisted, is real different. It's real different. And so it's more important for us to get extremely focused on what that looks like, because systems or things or access to things that we thought we had access to before may not become a thing that we will ever be able to tap into. Maybe they completely go away. Maybe they don't exist. Maybe they become they're not affordable. And so I'm thinking about learning how we become self-sustained on our own dream. How do we become self-sustained on our own dream? Self-preserving on our own communities, on our own selves. So I put out a video a week or so ago, talking about, we have a wake-up call. Things that we've become accustomed to may or are not there any longer. But that doesn't mean that we aren't there any longer. that doesn't mean that our dreams have been diminished. But what we need to do is envision, use this time. It's my new year. I've already started. I have everything all written out. I have this dream crystal clear. And I don't need to get into the particulars, but really it has me chilling at maximum chilldom that no one has seen yet, because I haven't gotten there yet. Kajata. We haven't gotten there. I haven't been able to I share every piece of it, and I won't. You'll just see it, because it's something that's in my head, and I own it. I own it. I own the rights to it. I have the deed to it. It's my property. It's my house. It's everything. And so I'm the only one that is in control of that dream. You are the only one who are in control of your dream. Nobody else can take your dream from you. I want you to be clear of that. See, because when you can envision, and when you can focus, and when you can really own that, nothing, nobody and nothing in this world can take that away from you. Not one thing. Not one thing. We learn to even control our emotions. We control our response. We control how we're triggered, because we know what the dream is. And all of this, truth be told, is borrowed from my faith. I have no idea what tomorrow holds, not one. But I have faith that whatever it is that I have desired and put out, whatever it is that God wants me to be and do, I will be and I will do. So therefore, I'm using those same borrowed principles to then figure out how do I apply that to my everyday life as I'm driving in the car, as I'm walking along, doing my power walk, as I'm talking to my friends, as I'm encouraging another young woman, as I'm dancing. I am envisioning all of the dream aspects that belong in that story. So I use this as an example for you, but I want you to think about what else could you do in this space and time to claim this new season differently than you've claimed it before. Before, you may have been looking forward to Christmas at all, and I'm telling you, 2025, it ain't gonna look the same. It ain't gonna look the same. But what you can do is reshape it. You have the control to reshape it. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to be able to share that it's my new year. I did see something on TikTok where the youngins were talking about lock-in season. Child, I've been locking in since 2014. So this is not new for me. And every year I usually would write a post on social media talking about this thought process of how I start my new year every September. So I don't got time to do that because I'm headed to a trail ride. But so I figured I'd do the video. So anyway, that's it for now. Keep dreaming, stay locked in, whatever it is you want to call it. But happy New Year's Eve. I'll see you tomorrow.